So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Action Comics number 306 from November 1963 with story by Leo Dorfman and art by Jim Mooney. Farewell, Supergirl. I must send you into the Phantom Zone for your own good. You've become a deadly menace to all your super friends, including me, but someday, maybe in a few years, I'll find a cure for your touch of death. Exile in the Phantom Zone, yes, this is the grim fate that faces Supergirl. The Maid of Steel has always used her astounding superpowers for good, but now she acquires a spine-chilling new power, the ability to destroy Crypto, Streaky, and other super beings at a touch, and so the world's greatest heroine becomes the Maid of Doom. So she's off to a horror movie with Dick Malvern, and it features the Beast with 1,000 eyes. How ghastly. She pretends like she's scared because in the past she's suspected he was Supergirl, so she tries to give him the impression. Dick has often suspected that I'm Supergirl, so I'd better act frightened to show I'm just an ordinary member of the weaker sex. And so they drive back, and she has a memory that she promised Superman to handle a special mission to 3 distant planets. By the position of those stars, I'd better get started soon. So she's off to deliver a message from the United Nations, a message of peace to 3 hostile planets. My first stop is the planet Mutor. Its savage rulers suspect all visitors. They're probably hiding in ambush now. I'll leave a capsule here, and they're bound to find it and get Earth's message. So when she's leaving, she sees there's a second capsule and realizes that it's just one of the beings that can change their shape, kind of like Prody. Then she visits a couple more worlds, the Mole world and the planet Urg. The shadow people who rule here are surrounded by an aura of radiation. Everything on this planet is radioactive. Luckily, my super body is invulnerable. So she goes back to Earth and finds Streaky and goes to pet him, and he dies. He's dead, killed by some strange force. Ugh, how ghastly. How could this happen? So Crypto comes wandering up, and she kills him too. He's dead, just like Streaky. Oh, I touched them both before they died. It must be some kind of radiation poisoning I picked up on the radioactive planet Urg. So she goes back through her secret entrance to the house, and her mom just walks up and grabs her, and apparently Supergirl's just too slow to stop her. Choke, you're not harmed. Then that radiation scourge didn't affect you. Child, try to control yourself. What is this all about? So Supergirl explains, and they go outside, but there is no Crypto and Streaky about. Oh, it's unbelievable. They're gone. Yet I saw them both die before my very eyes. They were surrounded with that blue aura, and I did it to them. I know it. So her mom suggests that maybe it's red kryptonite, which is exactly what happened. That's a good callback to another story where she had the touch of death, but it was only red kryptonite giving her the illusion or kind of a waking dream. So she goes back to the Fortress of Solitude, where Superman has created a means of checking if someone is under the influence of red kryptonite, and she's not. I must have accidentally killed Crypto and Streaky after all. How horrible. So she comes across Mr. Mxyzptlk and thinks that he's the one who did it. And he says he didn't do it. Cersei didn't do it. And she kills him. Streaky, Crypto, and now Mr. Mxyzptlk. I brought death to all of them. Oh, I feel like a murderess, but I know how to end this scourge. Mr. Mxyzptlk has vanished just like the others. I'm a deadly menace to all beings with magic or superpowers. There's just one thing for me left to do. Superman, this is the voice of Supergirl recording a last message for you. I am infected with a strange radiation disease which doesn't harm me but is deadly to any other super being I touched. To protect all my super friends, I will go through the time barrier and exile myself in the past. But along comes Superhorse. Supergirl, I'm reading your mind. I'm sure the radiation can't affect me as it did the others, but she trips on a wire and kills Superhorse. How ironic. I only wanted to help you, my best friend. What did I do to deserve this? Oh, don't blame yourself, Superhorse. It was all my fault. I'll never forgive myself. So along comes Superman. Superman, thank heavens you've come. I'm in a terrible mess. I know, I spotted the awful tragedies from another galaxy. Wow. And rushed here at super speed, but I was too late to save Superhorse. So she suggests she's going to go back in time, but Superman mentions that the Legion of Superheroes and he often go back in time. So The only safe place to put her is the Phantom Zone. I understand. It would be best that way. Oh, you did the same thing to Mon-El. So we get a little recap of when he sent Mon-El into the Phantom Zone for lead poisoning and how he was eventually cured. All right, Supergirl, get the Phantom Zone projector from the fortress and bring it here. I'll go with you. I'd go with you, but you may have contaminated my headquarters with that radiation scourge. What? I'll go at once. I'll take this tape recorder with me. I'll record what I want to do with my souvenirs and mementos. So she returns with the Phantom Zone projector and is sent into the Phantom Zone. As Supergirl vanishes, the Man of Steel's body seems to dissolve and change shape. I must report this triumph at once. Ah, there's the lake. I'd better begin changing my shape. So he dives down into his alien spacecraft and goes back to his planet, Mutor. Agent Sklor reporting to the Master Council, my mission is complete. I have eliminated Supergirl. Excellent. Now return to Mutor and report. So he explains everything that happened, and including her going to the planet with this message of peace. Supergirl with more pleas for peace. No doubt. Bah, she's a fool. No pleas will help. We shall conquer Earth according to the plan. So they're looking for someone to go to the planet. This is all flashback to get rid of Supergirl. And three of the Mutors demonstrate their ability to change into the scariest creature, but he changes into the scariest, which is Superman himself. Attention, Agent Sklor. Our scan screens have just spotted Supergirl heading for the radiation planet Urg. Your hypermagnetic drive will help you beat her back to Earth. Good hunting. I will be worthy of your trust, members of the council. So he beats her back, and in this case, he makes himself look like Supergirl. Supergirl, I came here to check on a report that a strange flying object was in the vicinity, but I see you're already on the job. It was just someone's imaginations. Someone may have spotted me as I flashed in and out of the future at super speed. Again, this is all flashback. So she tells Superman, I've got great news. A 40th century scientist has discovered how to enlarge Kandor. Head into the future with the Kandorian bottle and take all our super friends along for the big event. I'll guard Earth. So he does. It's just a trick to get rid of him so that Sklor can do his plan of he is able to duplicate himself, or split himself in two and become both Crypto and Streaky, or at least their appearance, give the impression that they died, and then the two merge and change into a splintered old tree stump. They're gone, yet I saw them die before my very eyes, and I did it to them. I know it. Splendid. I wanted her to feel guilty, and this is just the beginning. And then he changes into Superhorse. Well, after Superhorse is killed, he changes from Superhorse into Superman, and we get a recap of her being projected into the Phantom Zone. And just as I disposed of Supergirl with this Phantom Zone projector, so I can get rid of Superman too. That's what you think. And along comes Supergirl. Supergirl, she must have escaped from the Phantom Zone. I'll put her in again. Don't bother, Sklor. I discovered your cunning scheme and outwitted you by creating a fake Phantom Zone projector. Mutorians, I proved that even your cleverest agent could not defeat me. You may as well agree to sign a peace treaty with Earth. You're right. We can never conquer Earth as long as you and Superman protect that planet. We'll destroy all our weapons at once. Why, that was easy. So Superman and his super friends return. Supergirl, what's the idea of tricking us into taking a time journey into the future? Sorry, Superman, it wasn't I who fooled you. We were all victims of a clever scheme. So she explains everything and explains how she figured out that it was a trick. While at the fortress, I decided to tape record instructions on what to do with my souvenirs and mementos. But when I switched on the recorder, Supergirl, I am reading your mind. I'm sure the radiation can't affect me as it did the others. That's Superhorse's voice. I accidentally recorded it, but he communicates only in telepathy. Something tells me I'm being tricked. And something else has troubled me. Not one of my super friends was flying when I saw them last. Not even Superman. So she makes a fake Phantom Zone projector. She's vanishing, disappearing into the Phantom Zone. Haha, that's exactly what I want him to think. Actually, I'm taking off into the past at super speed. I'm moving so fast his eyes can't follow me. So he was a plasmo. He must have transmuted his plasmic body protoplasmic body to imitate my super friends and duped me into thinking I killed them. Gulp. I'm lucky he couldn't copy their superpowers too. And now I'd better get this peace treaty to the United Nations. UN officials will be thrilled with this news. We're coming with you to witness the celebration. And so, a reward for getting the Mutorians to sign this peace treaty, we are raising this flag in Supergirl's honor. Hooray for Supergirl. I thought that was a good story.